Hop on Line 5 of the Beijing subway to reach the Temple of Heaven. The temple plays a particularly special role for Beijing as 1, a fascinating historical site, and 2, a place where Beijingers come together as a community.
There are 2 types of tickets when entering the temple grounds. The first lets you explore the outer forest, and the second allows you into the imperial religious sites.
At the gate, you will spot in the distance one of the main altars that adorns postcards and tour books, but on the way to reach it, you will likely become distracted by Beijing's friendly, talented, and at times goofy people.
At the Temple of Heaven, locals come to relax and be social, sing and dance, play instruments and exercise. The weekends are especially active with an amazing array of faces and sounds. The sense of unity and the celebration of being alive and with friends is intoxicating.
Granted, some of the sounds are more pleasing to the ear than others.
Don't forget, the Temple of Heaven offers amazing architecture and history too.
The temple originates from the Ming Dynasty, its purpose being to offer sacrifices, such as a cow, to heaven to bestow China with good rains and harvests every year. Before, emperors used to travel all the way to Taishan, a mountain hundreds of kilometers south of Beijing, to perform the sacred rituals. The Temple of Heaven shortened the commute considerably.
The altar grounds explain the Ming Dynasty's interpretation of heaven and earth. The temples were round like heaven, and the foundations were squared like earth.
The Temple of Heaven is an excellent example of Ming Dynasty architecture, and the blue roofs represent heaven.
And structures were built according to the Chinese constellations and according to the Ming's heavenly dimensions, such as numbers 3, 5, 7, and 9. Where did we come from?
Behind us is the Hall of Prayer for Good Harvest. It was built in the Ming Dynasty and actually burned down in the 19th century when a bolt of lightning struck it.
More than 30 officials were held accountable for the careless act.
Ouch!
Of all things, the Chinese couldn't find strong enough timber to reconstruct the temple, so they settled with pine logs from Oregon State.
Other altars include the Imperial Vault of Heaven. Supposedly, if one person speaks from the east side of the surrounding wall, a person on the west side can plainly hear what was said.
Echo my ass. I couldn't hear a thing. One last thing to enjoy at the temple is the forest of cypress trees. Wander to a corner and take a minute just to yourself at the most heavenly place in Beijing.